Hello students, back with me teacher Alvin. So today we'll be solving October-November 2019 variance 2, okay? Just check it out. And we'll be looking at the questions right now. Question 1. The lowest temperature recorded at Scott Base in Antarctica is negative 57 degrees Celsius. Alright. The highest temperature recorded at Scott Base is 63.8 degrees Celsius. More than this. This is the keyword. What is the highest temperature recorded at Scott Base? So when I see the word more means it's definitely a plus. Let's do that. Okay, so negative 57 plus 63.8. 63.8. So click this button, S to D, 6.8. 6.8. Careful, if this is a 2 marks question, we have to show working. But since I saw that it's a 1 mark question, right? So only the final answer will be graded. So no need to show working. 1 mark, alright? So calculate this. Again, it's a 1 mark question, means no need to show working. So this is just calculator's game, man. 5 over 8 plus cube root. Press shift, press this button. Okay, 340 and press equal. Okay, so when you do IGCSE paper, right, you need to write either 3 significant figure minimum or you can write more than that, alright? So I suggest you to write more than that. 7.605. I will write 7.605. Okay, there you go. So this is another 1 mark over here. Alright, let's go for question 3. Expand. Again, working is not graded since all this is just 1 mark question. So let's expand. Okay, don't make the bracket bigger, okay? Every time students like to trigger me. Expand here means multiply inside. So a times a cubed, that will be a power of 4. A times 3 will be 3a. Right, there you go. So this is question 3. Teacher's favorite. On the Venn diagram, shade the region A intersect B and then you prime it, okay? So what I suggest you to do is to do the bracket first. So A intersect B means whatever that is common between A and B, which is this. And then when you see the symbol prime, right, means reverse, opposite of whatever that you are doing right now. So we are going to shade everything except for here. Let us begin. Shade everything except the middle part, alright? So just make sure you shade it consistently using a ruler. Teacher's one didn't shade nicely, yeah, so forgive me, alright? So shade using ruler, pencil, and have patience. Make sure you don't cross the A intersect B region. Okay, once you are pretty happy with it, then that will be the answer, 1 mark. Okay, let's go for question 5. The mass correct to the nearest kilogram of each of 11 parcels is shown below. So they give you a set of data, 11 data, right? A, find the mode. Mode means appear most time or your highest frequency. Appears most time. Highest frequency, man, let's find which number appear 2 times or 3 times. I can see 23 appearing 2 times. 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, definitely 23, yeah? So answer will be 23. Appear 2 times. The rest all appear 1 time. 1 mark. Give a reason why the mean will be unsuitable average to use. Alright, so for mean, right, you have to add all these numbers and then you divide by 11. But because there's this big value, I can see there's 96. While the rest of the data is like 24, 25, but suddenly got one parcel 96 kg. So the answer for this, why is it not suitable to use mean, is there is, so just write English sentence, there is one extreme value. Alright, there is one extreme value. That would be the answer why we cannot use mean. Alright, so that is question 5. Children in Ivan's class, it should be Alvin's class, travel to school. Okay, so they give you a set of data. Ivan wants to draw a pie chart to show this information. Find the sector angle for children who walk to school. Oh, okay. Usually pie chart don't really come in IGCSE. I'm surprised that it's in this paper. Alright, so we are going to use walk to school, 12 children over the total. So I have to use a calculator here. Add all of this, 12 plus 7 plus 9 plus 4. Find out the total. So we are going to put over 32 multiply. Now for pie chart, it's a circle. So the total angle will be 360 degrees. So we need to find out how much angle for the data over here, walk to school, multiply by 360. Okay, we are going to use our calculator here. 12 divided by 32 times 360 degree. Okay, 135 degrees. So that will be the sector angle. 135. Don't forget the unit, it's not given here, so 135 degree. Let's move on to question 7. Rashid changes 30,000 rupees to dollar when the exchange rate is $1 is equals to 68.14 rupees. How many dollars does he receive? Alright, 2 marks means need to show working. Okay, I like to do this. Whatever that you are going to change, right? You copy first. So rupees, multiply. Now if you are trying to find dollar, which is also given a clue over here, put the one on top. Dollar put on top. Have to draw the symbol properly. Rupees put below. Rupees over here. Okay, then put the relation given to you. $1 will exchange to here, 68.14. Now when you lay your working like this, right, notice the symbol of rupees or the unit of rupees will cancel off each other. That's how we ended up the final answer having dollars only. Right, so 30,000 times 1 divided by this. So straight ahead, you go for 30,000 divided by 68.14. 68.14. 440.27. Remember, for currency, we have to take 2 decimal places, alright? So 440.27. 440.27. There you go. Working 1 mark. And your final answer 1 mark. Don't forget to write this. 440.27 dollar. Okay, so working 1 mark like that. Let's go for question 8. Okay, question 8 is a bearing question. Let's read the bearing of P from B. So always highlight the keyword from B and check if the north line has been drawn for you. Yes, indeed. And they given you the data drawn here, 102 degree. Alright. Find the bearing of B from P. So highlight the keyword from P, and every time when I see the keyword from, I have to draw a north line. So you use your ruler, draw vertically upwards. Okay, so label north. Next, if you are going to find the bearing of B, right, follow the 3 rules of bearing. First step, north line. Second step, it must be a clockwise direction. Turn and touch this. So we are going to find this bearing over here, alright? And don't forget the final answer must be reported in 3 digits. Now, one rule that I like to use for bearing is the sum of a parallel line, right? For example, like this situation, given to here 102, and you want to find this angle over here, right? The total up of these 2 angles over here will be 180 degree. So in order to find this, I will take 180 degree minus off this 102. So let's use our calculator to find out. So 180 degree minus 102. Okay, teacher can see is going to be 78 degree. So label here 78 degree. Right, label your diagram over here will be 78 degree. So in order to find the bearing of B from P, which is this angle I'm highlighting, right, like this. So you take 360 minus 78. So take 360 degree minus 78 degree. Okay, so use your calculator. 360 minus 78 degree. 282. That will be the final answer. 282 degree. Make sure the 3 digits are shown and don't forget to write degree. Alright. Now, I will also show to the examiner, right, how I arrived to 78 degree over here. So I will take 180 degree minus 102. So that way I will show the examiner how I arrived to 78 degree and also finding the bearing of B from P. So 1 mark final answer and 1 mark for working. 9. Solve the inequality. Alright. So whenever I see inequality questions like this, I realize that there are two x's, right? One on the left and one on the right. You have to make sure all of it push towards the left hand side if possible, okay? So let us do that right now. Minus 13 is free to move. Don't move these two first, okay? Move minus 13 first. Copy x over 2. Copy the inequality. This on the right hand side, just keep copying. Now minus 13 shift here, become plus 13. Solve slowly. So I'm zooming in, right? So 12 plus 13 is 25. Stay focused. Alright. Next step, I can see x over 2 is like divide 2. So shift 2 towards the other side. Kick, become multiply. So follow teacher's technique. 2, put a bracket because there are already two terms on the right hand side. Like this. Then you can clearly see it's going to expand next stage, right? So just keep continuing your working. Expand now. 50 plus 6x. Alright. So teacher can see the next movement is I want to shift 6x towards left hand side. So let's start. X minus 6x. We continue to copy, alright? More than 50. So almost there, guys. Minus 5x larger than 50. Okay, here's the next move where students will make mistake most of the time. When you do inequality, dividing by a negative number will have to shift the operation, okay? The inequality will reverse direction now. So continue with the working. X. Now reverse this. 50 divided by negative 5. So x is now less than negative 10. Okay, that will be the answer. So remember this, when you divide by a negative number, you will reverse the inequality. Okay, so careful on question 9. 10, write the recurring decimal 0.67 with a dot on top of 7 as a fraction. Show all your working and give your answer in its simplest form. Let x equals to, now I want you to write this as a recurring decimal. So remember, 7 is repeated only, not the 6, alright? So write at least like 3 times and followed by dot 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 like that. So it shows the number are recurring. Then I want you to lay the 10x, 100x down below. 10x means 10 times this value, so it's going to be 6.7. Okay, make sure the number of decimal places are the same. So I'm going to write another 3 more times. Dot dot dot. Okay. Another time, 100x equals to, alright, so 100 times x means use this number times 100. You will get 67.7777 dot 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 like that to show that it's recurring as well. Okay. So after that, draw a line and select these two. Okay. So take the bigger number, which is this line, minus of this. Right, so 100x minus 10x will be 90x. 67.7777 minus 6.777. Notice the back part will actually cancel off each other. Right, so you just take 67 minus 6. Let's use our calculator for that. 67 minus of 6. Okay, so you will get 61. Now, I want to solve for x, right? So bring 90 towards the other side. You will get 61 over 90. And from here, use our calculator again. See if you can simplify anything or not. Divided by 90. Okay, so I can see that the version of the simplified fraction over here is still the same, 61 over 90. That's because 61 is a prime number. Okay, so copy. That will be the final answer. 61 over 90. Alright. Because they say your recurring decimal have to be written in the fraction form for final answer. So there you go. Working 1 mark, final answer 1 mark. Without using a calculator, work out a mixed number minus another mixed number. You must show all your working and give your answer as a mixed number in the simplest form. Okay, just use calculator. Let's do that. Okay, once again, I'll show you how to do, yeah? Press shift, followed by this button. So key in your question number, 3/5 over 8. Minus, one more time, a mixed number. So press shift, followed by this button. 1, 2 over 3. Make sure it's correct first. Okay, press equal. Now, whenever you press equal, you will get an improper fraction, right? So you have to click on shift followed by this button. Okay, so that's how you change the improper fraction into a mixed number. So this will be the answer, you know, 123 over 24. So right, 123 over 24. So this is actually 1 mark already, so we have to show our working for another 2 more marks. Alright, so what do they mean by without using a calculator is you have to, you know, pretend like you cannot use calculator, but actually you are using it. So let me show you how. First step, right, is to change your mixed number into improper fraction. So let's start. 3 times 8, that will be 24 plus 5. So 29 over 8. That's how I transform this into improper. Okay, minus, copy back. Now changing this, 1 times 3, that will be 3 plus another 2. So that will be 5 over 3. So you knowing how to change a mixed number into improper fraction will give you 1 mark here. Okay, the next step is knowing that the fraction for minus, you have to make the denominator same. So the examiner would like to see how you make the denominator same. So I will be using another color. This one you times 3 times 3. For this side you times 8 times 8. Okay, as I mentioned, please show your working. 29 times 3, so do slowly. 29 times 3, 87, so you copy 87 over. Now 8 times 3, that will be 24, just check. Alright, 24, so we are making the denominator 24, minus. So 5 times 8, that will be 40 over 24. So here, right, they will make sure the denominator is the same, then they will give you another 1 mark here. Alright, so let's solve this. 87 minus 40. 87 minus 40. So I will just show all the working. 47 over 24. Okay, so I will just show all this working. And here, change into mixed number. So you can see, teacher lay out 3 working for them to mark. And the final answer here will be another mark. Okay, so that's how you do question 11, the marking scheme all there. Alright, question 12. A regular polygon has an interior angle of 176 degrees. This is the keyword, highlight. There's one formula for interior angle. Find the number of sides of this polygon. 3 marks question. Alright, so lay out the formula for interior angle. Interior angle is equals to, follow, n minus 2 times 180 degree divided by n. So this is the formula for interior angle. Now we're gonna fill up whatever information that is given to us. Interior angle is given to us 176. Fill up over here. N minus 2 times 180, you can actually write like this so that it reminds you to expand. Okay, remember to expand. Now I would like to kick this n towards the other side, so we will become a multiply 176n, right? Here we have to expand the top part, 180n minus with 360. So you see the way I kick the bottom one and I expand the top part like this. Alright, so 360 move towards left, it become positive. 180n copy back. So I would like to shift this towards the right hand side to become a minus. You can see what I'm doing, right? So 360 is equals to, here you will get 4n. So 4n is equals to 360 degree, and n is equals to, so you take 360 divided by 4. 360 divided by 4. Almost there, guys. 90. So this polygon will have 90 sides. There you go. N is equals to 90 sides. That will be the answer. Two mathematically similar containers have heights of 30 cm and 75 cm. So I already highlight the word similar. Whenever you see the keyword similar, means similar object, right? That's the topic. And usually you have two objects, whether it's a container, whether it's an object, anything. So you just draw one smaller and one bigger object. Label the height respectively, 35 and 75. Let's continue to read. The larger container has a capacity, it means volume, of 5.5 liters. So teacher already labeled here. The bigger one, volume 5.5. Calculate the capacity of the smaller container. So let's label that as V, okay? Not BTSV, but the volume V. So give your answer in milliliters. So they already, kind of tell us that. Don't forget, we have to give the answer in milliliter. Alright? Already a reminder over here. Okay, so whenever you do this topic, right, you lay out your working like this. So teacher can see that they give us height, so you write height. The next information is volume, so we're gonna write volume. Okay, understand that the height unit they have already given us to be centimeter, and I know they give us actually liter, but I want you to understand that volume can also be centimeter cube. Right, there must be a reason why I write like this. Just stay patient. Height, let's write the smaller height over the bigger height. Okay, so I will write like this so they can see smaller height divided by the bigger height. Let's start. 30 over 75. Okay, now the volume, let's put the smaller one first, V, we do not know, put V, over the bigger volume, which is 5.5 liter. Okay, so we're gonna put like this first. Now I want you to see that the unit are not the same, so teacher actually cannot write equal sign yet. We cannot write equal sign yet. So in order for the height unit centimeter to become a volume unit of centimeter cube, actually you need to make this ratio over here, 30 over 75. You have to cube it, then only we are allowed to use here equal sign. Okay, so remember when you do this topic, right, make sure the units are like similar. You need to either square or cube depending on your past year paper question. So now that you are ready, go ahead and use calculator. Okay, so teacher are going to use the fraction button. 30 over 75, press equal, cube it, cube answer. Okay, so press this button, S to D, 0.064. So we found this after solving is 0.064. 0.064 equals to V over 5.5. Okay, don't forget, like, you can write liter to remind yourself. So next step is to kick anything at the bottom towards this side to become multiply. So 0.064 multiply with 5.5 liter. That will get you the volume of the smaller one. So let's use calculator again. Multiply with 5.5. Okay, so what is this? 0.352. So we found out that the volume of the smaller container is 0.352 liter, and the question is asking us to be in milliliter. So change it to milliliter, man, times 1000. So that's how we get the marking scheme, 352 milliliter. Alright, there you go. That's question 13. Show that the line 4y equals to 5x minus 10 is perpendicular to the line 5y plus 4x is 35. So remember, when I see the word perpendicular, then you have to remember of this formula, right? M1 times M2 will be negative 1. Two lines are said to be perpendicular if their gradients multiplied to be negative 1. Remember this rule, okay? So let's arrange this line equation into y equals to mx plus c. Okay, so let's start. 4y equals to 5x minus 10. I want y only, so everyone divide by 4. You will see that this one is actually 5 over 4x minus 10 over 4. Okay, now that you can clearly see y equals to mx plus c. Okay, so your gradient m1 is actually 5 over 4. Stop right here. Now check out the other line, your perpendicular line. Is it really true they are perpendicular? Let's check. So 5y plus 4x is 35. I want to see y equals to mx plus c, so I'm going to shift this guy towards right hand side first. So positive 4x will get you minus 4x plus 35. So I've been shifting this guy towards right hand side. Now I want to get y only. I want y only. Everyone divide by 5. Let's go. So divide by 5, you'll get negative 4 over 5x plus 35 over 5. Okay, I am not simplifying this because we are only interested in the gradient. So I realized that my second gradient, which is m2, is negative 4 over 5. Alright, And we know this rule right here says that if two gradients of the lines, alright, A and B, two lines here, they multiply, and if you can really get -1, then you are perpendicular to each other. Let us try. So 5/4 times this, -4/5. You can use your calculator for this just to be sure. Let's try that. 5/4 multiply with another fraction, -4/5. Okay, indeed we get -1, so you know both lines are perpendicular to each other, so they are indeed perpendicular. That's why it says shown, right? So you can write shown. So there you go. This question, it's indeed very good. They have a lot of spaces for you to write the workings. Okay, so that's question 14. Question 15. Esme buys X magazines at $2.45 each and Y cards at $3.15 each. A. Write down an expression in terms of X and Y for the total cost in dollars of the magazines and the cards. So I underline the keyword total, means you're going to add things up. And from here, I am not sure how many magazines that the person bought, right? So you're going to write 2.45. No need to show the dollar sign anymore, okay? Because expression, ignore the unit. Multiply with X. X is the number of magazine. So I do not know. Multiply them. Plus, because it's total cost. Now 3.15 is the price of cards. But we do not know how many packets of cards, right? So how many number of cards? Multiply with Y. So that's it. This is the expression, 1 mark for working. And I feel that the answer is exactly the same. So you log in one more time. Write again. 2.45x plus 3.15y. Okay, so that is part A. And you actually need this answer for part B. Let's read. Esme spends 60.55 in total. She buys 8 magazines. How many cards does she buy? Okay, so you lay out this formula again, or your expression, plus 3.15y. Okay, so this is your equation for total cost. Now that they have given you the total cost, 60.55, right? So log in 60.55 like that. Alright, so what is X? X is actually standing for magazine. You can also refer to your question on top again. So now fill up 8 magazine, replace here. So 2.45, put your 8 plus 3.15 y, copy back. We do not know the number of cuts, so we have to write 60.55. okay, so I have to get a calculator for this. Let's find my calculator. Okay, so we are going to multiply that two numbers, 2.45 times 8, 2.45 times 8, so right, 19.6. 19.6. Continue to bring down your working, okay? So 3.15y, copy back, 60.55. Okay, now I am gonna bring this towards the other side. So 3.15y is 60.55 minus 19.6. So 60.55 minus 19.6. Ouch. Okay, equal. So 40.95, right? 40.95. Almost there, one more step. Okay, so side by side is multiply. So I'm going to shift 3.15 down to become a divide. Y is 40.95 divided by 3.15, and we will get the final answer now. So divide by 3.15. There you go. The person bought 13 cards. So that will be the final answer. Log in. Wow, a lot of working steps, but actually get you 2 marks only. Okay, so that is actually question 15. 17 has been removed from the IGCSE Math syllabus. Okay, so this is actually loci or locus of a point. So remove already. We're gonna skip that. Alright. Let's go for question 18. This is probability. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so Harris is taking a driving test. The probability that he passes the driving test at the first attempt is 0.6. If he fails, the probability that he passes at any further attempt is 0.75. Calculate the probability that Harris A passes the driving test at the second attempt. Alright, you are going to read this probability question carefully because a lot of information is going on right now. So he can pass and he can fail the driving test, yeah. So I suggest you to use tree diagram. Okay, the best way to attempt the probability question is to draw a tree diagram. So first attempt, second attempt, let's do that right now. Alright, so when Harris is passing on the first attempt itself, so you can draw a tree branch. This is pass. So for first attempt, right, the passing probability is 0.6. That means that he will fail with the probability of 0.4. So right, 0.4, he may fail. Okay, now if he fails, the probability that he passes at any further attempt is 0.5. So go through this branch. When he failed the first test, it can actually branch out to another two possibility onwards. Okay, so he can pass at the second attempt. So the chances of him passing after that is actually now 0.75. Okay, now you have to find out for fail what is the chances. So you know that the total probability is 1. So take 1 minus 0.75, you should get 0.25. Okay, notice that these two added up together will get you 1. So every branch out like this, right, will have to total to 1. Okay, so let's see this question. Calculate the probability that he passes the driving test at the second attempt. So you have to go through the branch, fail first time, pass the second time. Okay, so let us start. Probability passing, so I'll just write pass second attempt, bracket, equal. Okay, so you are going through right hand side, branching to the right, then it's actually multiplied. So 0.4 branch times 0.75. So that will be your probability answer right now. So teacher is going to use 0.75 multiply with 0.4. Okay, so 0.3, that is the answer, 0.3. So you can put your answer in your decimal or in a fraction mode. It's really up to you. Probability can be expressed in many ways. So I believe 0.3 is actually good enough. So that will be the answer. Okay, question B. Takes no more than 3 attempts. This is the key word, okay? Sometimes probability can be a test of your English. No more, that means you can do 3 attempts. Nothing more than that, okay? To pass the driving test. So we have to branch out to another attempt, the third attempt. One more time. From fail, he can actually try again for the third time. So he can actually pass the third time with the probability of 0.75 again. Read this. And he can also fail, right? He can also fail in the probability of 0.25. Okay? But we are focusing on the pass, the driving test only. So let's see the possibilities of him passing. Okay? Probability passing. Okay, there are many ways. Look, the first way is he passed the first attempt himself. So the possibility is 0.6. That's one possibility. The second possibility is he may fail and pass the second time. So second possibility is 0.4 times 0.75. Alright, hold on. And the last possibility is he failed 2 times. So fail 1 time, fail the second time, and pass the third time. So you go through this 0.4 times 0.25 times 0.75. Carefully follow your tree diagram. Alright, carefully follow your tree diagram. 0.75 next. Alright, there are only 3 possibilities for him to pass the driving test in any less than 3 attempts. Okay, so from here we just use calculator. Alright, 0.6 plus 0.4 times, I need to move slightly away, 0.75, closed it, plus 0.4 times 0.25 times 0.75. Okay, almost there. close, equal. So the answer is indeed 0.975. Okay, so that is the marking scheme, 0.975. Log in one more time, 0.975. Okay, so there you go. This is question 18. 19 is circle theorem and it can be quite confusing. So teacher is going to do question by question and I will let you focus on one part at a time. Okay, so let's read the question first. In the diagram, A, B, C, and D lie on the circumference of a circle. Just check. Okay, nice. Center is O. Okay, nice. Angle ACD is X. Fine. ACD, alright, is here, label. And angle OAB is 2x. OAB is 2x. Nice. When you do mathematics, always check whether they have label or not, alright? So this is already done. Nice. Find an expression in terms of x in its simplest form for angle AOB. Let's find. AOB. Oh, that means they want you to find an expression for this angle right here. Alright. So which one to focus? I want you to focus on angle or triangle OAB. Focus on this only. So bad. Focus on this triangle only. Okay, see nothing else. Alright, if O to A, can you see the center O to the circumference point here, A, is the radius itself. And one more time, from the center O going to this point B, can you see it's another radius right here. So OA is radius, OB is also radius. It means that this triangle is an isosceles triangle. Okay, so these two lengths are the same and these two angles will be the same. So if over here is 2x, so let me label, here must be 2x also. Okay, and another rule that you must remember for triangle, the total degree must be 180. So in order to find this angle right here, you have to take 180 minus this 2. Okay, minus 2x minus 2x. Let us start. Alright, understand already? I hope. So this one, the angle AOB can be written for the expression 180. You want to write degree or no, up to you, minus 2x. And then you can write plus, because these two have to add together. So it's basically 180 minus 4x. Okay, so that is the answer for this part A right here. Question 19b. Find the expression for the angle ACB. Let's find where is it first. So follow the direction ACB. Okay, find this top part right here, and teacher already labeled the shape actually. Okay, so let's find this shape right here. I want you to focus. So ACB, just find the shape like this, A to C to B. Can you see it's like a rocket shape? Because I always tell the student, right, whenever you see this shape, right, it's like a rocket. Okay, it doesn't matter if you cannot see a rocket. So you're trying to find this shape. The rule says that angle at the center, which is here, is twice the angle at the circumference. Okay, there's this theorem right here. It's twice the angle. If here is 2x, then here must be x. And based from question 1, right, based on question 1, we already found that the angle at the center is 180 minus 4x. So this angle right here, you have to take this answer from A, divide by 2. Okay, so let's do that right now. 180 minus 4x divided by 2. Let's use this color. 180 minus 4x divided by 2. Don't forget that it actually applies to both of them. 180 divided by 2 will be 90 minus, copy back, 4x divided by 2, that will be 2x. And that is how you actually get this answer right here. You need to use this theorem. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Okay, so that is question 19b. Question C is to find angle DAB. Let's go and find out. Okay, so teacher already drew the part DAB. Follow alphabet DAB. So remember, end of the day, you are trying to find this angle right here. Okay, so in order to do part C, right, I have to show you this theorem right here. I usually teach the students, hey, look for butterfly. Okay, so this one, I hope you can see is like a butterfly. Alright, if this angle is x, the other side of the wings is going to be x as well. Okay, the angle will be the same. Okay, if you don't agree, you cannot see a butterfly, then maybe you can see a bow tie shape. Some students told me, hey, teacher, is a bow tie, not a butterfly. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, try to look for this shape. Alright, follow the place where I highlight. Let's use purple first. Okay, so can you see this butterfly? Let's show you this one. Oops, follow my drawing tablet, okay, where I point. Alright, so if this angle right here is x, then I can say the other side here must be x as well. Okay, so I hope you follow this, how I get this angle over here to be x. Now teacher need to erase so that the diagram is quite clear for you. Okay, I already found this angle to be x. The next butterfly that you will have to observe, alright, I am going to use green color this time. Find this. Can you see this butterfly next? Hold on. Okay, like this. The one involving 90 minus 2x is here. 90 minus 2x, then the other side, which is here, also is going to be 90 minus 2x. Okay, remember this is also 90 minus 2x. Okay, look for these two angles, they are going to be the same. Okay, look for the green color butterfly. Alright, so teacher need to erase already. Hopefully you follow. Okay, let's erase this so that the angle is clear. Alright, the last part is to focus on the triangle DAB. Okay, let's focus on triangle DAB. D, A, and finally B. Okay, so let me redraw the situation. Hold on, this is D, this is A, this is B. I already found this to be x, and I already found this to be 90 minus 2x. Okay, so this is your situation right now. DAB is here. So how am I supposed to find this angle over here? You are going to take 180 because it's a triangle, minus of these two angles that you're looking at. Okay, minus 90 minus 2x minus x. Here we go. So take 180 minus, okay, what is this, man? So fast forget already. 90 minus 2x, 90 minus 2x minus another x. Okay, don't forget to expand here. Imagine there's a negative 1 right here. So 180 minus 90, negative, negative, positive, yeah, careful, then minus x. So simplify is the last step. 180 minus 90, that will get you 90. Positive 2x minus x will give you the answer scheme, 90 plus x. So that is how teacher get the answer scheme. Alright, so how to do C, you have to understand this theorem. Okay, teacher usually call it like butterfly theorem, or you want to say bow tie theorem, up to you. Right? Question 20, factorize. So when you do factorize, there are 4 terms, then you need to do partial factorization, split down the middle and do half of them at a time. Okay, so let's factorize the first half first. 18y minus 3ay, you definitely can factorize 3 followed by y, and then check if there's nothing else, quickly put a bracket. So factorizing the first half. Okay, what times 3y will get you 18y? 6 minus, copy back. Alright, what times 3y will get you 3ay? That will be just a over here. Alright, once you already confirmed, then move on to the second half of the factorization. So 12x minus 2ax definitely can take out 2. What else? I think I can take out x as well. The plus over here have to copy back, so I put it here. I think that's all, put a bracket. Okay, now what times 2x will get me 12? That will be 6. Okay, what times 2x will get me 2ax? That will be a. Alright, don't forget a minus here. Okay, copy. Now, the moment I see that these two brackets are having the similar terms or the same terms, then I know it's pretty much correct. That's what partial factorization is, right? Now, this first part and the second part over here combine. So 3y plus 2x, right, as a bracket. This similar term copy as a single bracket again. So this is your partial factorization, okay? 3y plus 2x and another bracket 6 minus a. Okay, so there you go. That is question A. Now B, I can see two terms. Alright, let's factorize whatever that we can. 3 and 48 actually can factorize out 3. So x squared, this is minus 16. You can get a help from calculator, y squared. Alright, next, looking at the score, you can roughly predict there's actually more things to do, and this one actually you can factorize further. This one you can actually do the difference of two squares. There's a square here, minus, and there's a square number or square terms over here. Can factorize further, yeah, let's start. So 3 is going to be x minus 4y. The other one is x plus 4y. Okay, so this should have been the final answer now. So copy another time, that will be a final answer, log in. Alright, there you go. Question 20. Question 21. Here's a clue. If they show you base 3, here another base 3, most probably this number is going to be base 3. Okay, so first step, right, don't worry, you can copy back the question first. 3 to the power x. I will suggest you to use calculator and check base 3 one at a time. How to do it, right? You do 3 power of 1. Okay, so I just show you how I check. 3 power of 2 until you find 81. Probably there will be one coming up soon. Okay, so that's how you slowly check. There you go. Okay, so that's the trick. Usually if they show you a lot of base 3, right, this 81 you will have to transform to base 3 as well. So 3 power of 4, right? 3 power of 4. Alright, now using your rule of indices, right, multiply, you will have to plus the powers on top. So write as a single base, minus 2 plus power of x equals to 3 power of 4. Now, looking at the base is already same on the left and on the right. You can use the comparison technique, okay? By comparison, right? By comparison, write the English words. And then you take the power equals to power. So, straight away write negative 2 plus x equals to 4 over here. Alright? So, teacher is going to move this minus 2 towards the other side to become a plus. So 4 plus 2, that will be power of 6. Okay, log in, the value of x is 6. Now, don't worry so much, you can always check your answer, whether it's correct or wrong, okay? So, type what you see and check whether we get 81 or not, right? So 3 to the power of negative 2, 3 power of negative 2, multiply with 3. Okay, we are trying to check whether x is really power of 6. Let's do that, power of 6. There you go, we get 81, and that's how we check mathematics answer. Okay, so this is definitely correct. Alright, next part, 21b. So again, they are testing you on the laws of indices, right? So find the value of x, copy the power, negative 1 over 3, 32x power of negative 2. Okay, so what I would suggest to you is the base x, right, all push towards the left hand side. So teacher is going to bring this towards the left hand side. Notice that 32 and x is like side by side. It means multiply. So when we shift this x power negative 2 towards the left hand side, it will become a divide. So let me show you. This already is on the left, maintain. This one shift towards left, become a divide. Okay, x power of negative 2 equals to 32. Alright, now I already show you how I move towards left hand side, and now you're going to use the law of indices, right, to combine. When you say divide, the power will minus the power. Let's go. So x power negative 1 over 3 minus here negative 2. Careful, yeah, negative 2 equals to 32. Now simplify your powers on top. So x to the power of how many? Let's use calculator for this. Negative 1 over 3, 1 over 3. Negative negative become plus, so plus 2. Alright, so I will write to the power of 5 over 3, doesn't matter, right? Power of 5 over 3, okay, equals to 32. Alright, So here is another thing, you need to know how to transform this into a power index. Let me show you how to do it. Alright, this bottom number here refers to the root. So it's going to be root 3 or cube root. Okay, cube root. This power number on top is referring to the power in a bracket. So let's put a bracket and write power of 5. Okay, notice that bottom number is for the root, the top number is for a bracket with the power over here, and then you're gonna write 32. Alright, so this 32 we are trying to use the comparison technique. Okay, 32 we are trying to use a comparison technique. So I believe, right, it should be something to the power of 5. Okay, so let's try to do base 2. Base 2 power of 5, check. There you go, see? So it will be something that you can convert and do comparison. So base 2 power of 5 is indeed 32. Let's change that. Copy again this. Alright, base and then power of 5. This one, as teacher mentioned, is actually 2 power of 5. Alright, so now you can go ahead and use the comparison technique. The top part is already the same. So what you gotta do, right? Cube root x is going to equals to 2. Comparison technique again. Cube root x is going to be 2. This is true comparison by comparison. Alright, so now teacher is going to shift cube root towards the other side to become cube. Basically is going to be 2 cube. Then go ahead and use your calculator to get the final answer. 2 cube is 8. There you go. So teacher already showed you how I get the marking scheme answer. X is indeed 8. So this is a 3 marks question. Wow. Question 21. Question 23. The speed time graph shows information about the train journey. By drawing a suitable tangent to the graph, estimate the gradient of the curve at time t equals to 24. Alright, so this is not easy to draw. The meaning of tangent means you draw a straight line, touches the curve at a single point. So I tried my best to draw and it touches at t equals to 24, okay? So you cannot touch any more part of the curve. Alright, that's the rule about tangent. After that, you need to do your gradient, right? It's a 3 marks question with some spaces over here, means you need to show working, okay? So take 2 beautiful coordinates from your tangent. Everyone's answer will be different in this case. So teacher's answer, I'm going to take this coordinate. This is looking like, let me focus, okay? This is, I think, 25. The y-axis looks to be 1.2. Alright, and I think I can take this point over here. This will be 24 definitely, and the y-axis is 1.5. Okay, once you have taken 2 coordinates, then you can go for your gradient formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so take your coordinate. Teacher is going to take this as my y2, this will be my x2. This coordinate right here is your y1 and x1. Okay, how do I get this? I took from my tangent line. Okay, 2 coordinates. Let's start. y2 1.5 minus my y1, which is 1.2, over x2. x2 is 24 minus my x1, which is 25. Okay, so continue from here. This is going to be 0.3 divided by -1. Okay, so we are getting -0.3. Definitely a negative gradient because it's a falling graph. Okay, -0.3, that is my answer. Let's check the marking scheme. Alright, the marking scheme says that they are accepting the answer from -0.7 to -0.3. So my answer barely made it, alright? Barely made it. So you want to see the way you drew the tangent. You want to see your working. Finally, your final answer must be within the range, alright? So that is question 8. Now let's do B. What does this gradient represent? Remember, for speed time graph, your gradient represents acceleration or deceleration. So this graph, and I can see that we are representing deceleration just now. Alright, that gradient just now was deceleration. Okay, now work out the distance traveled by the train when it is traveling at a constant speed. That is the keyword, constant speed. Alright, let's show you the graph again. So if you see a speed time graph rising gradient or increasing gradient, this is actually speeding up, accelerating, okay? Accelerating. You see the speed is getting faster and faster. When the graph is straight, constant, like this is the part where it is traveling at constant speed, 4 km per minute, okay? Check your units on the right, on the left. So we're just gonna calculate this constant journey, right? Constant speed journey. So I want you to calculate area under the graph. It's a rectangle. You need to draw a dashed line here from here. Oops, let me draw nicely. Right. Calculate the area of this rectangle. So here is the end of the flat line. Carefully going downward. Okay, so teacher need to pay attention. Focus here. Alright, so this is 22. Remember, this part is 22. This part right here is 5. Alright, so let's do the area of this rectangle. Length times width. Area is length times width. So let's find our length. Our length is 22 minus 5. So 22 minus 5. Alright, width. Let's check the width. Once again, it's 0 to 4. So the width is 4 times 4. Okay, so what is this? This is 17 times 4. Use your calculator. 17 times 4. Here we go. Okay, 68. So let's write 68. Remember, the area, we are not going to write like meter square or what, because for speed time graph, right, area is represented or representing your distance. So log in 68 and correct. That's the answer scheme, 68. So this is the working and the final answer. Hi parents, teachers and students. So this is teacher Alvin. I really hope you enjoyed the past year paper video just now. I'll be doing more exam paper. I think I'll be doing the October-November series from 2019 all the way to 2021, just in time for your 2022 paper. So don't forget to like the video if you really enjoy it, and also subscribe to the channel for more mathematics tips and tricks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.